Hey y'all. This will not be like our regular special episodes or anything of the sort. I really just wanted to talk with you all and let you know some things that were going on, some opinions I've had, some observations. So take a moment, sit back, and get comfortable with this possibly echoey audio. Um, it's been a few days since we've had an episode, well over a week at this point, and there has been good reason for that. First and foremost, I had some things occur with my health that, although not life threatening or extremely detrimental, they knocked me on my butt for a moment. So I have a diagnosis of something that is manageable and definitely is going to take some extra steps in terms of what I eat and how I physically take care of my body and whatnot. And it sucks. I had to have a moment to process the frustration of that and just the annoyance of knowing that things can be hereditary and your family just doesn't talk about it. That's a hard one to process. While dealing with that, had to come to um, the absolute realization that something that I've been committed to for a very long time has to close its doors at the end of the year. That's not an easy thing to stomach, but it is for the best. So was dealing with that disappointment and was getting ready to come around to things and prepare to record and get back on schedule. And then I found out a very good friend of mine passed away this past Sunday. And I wasn't able to physically go and be a part of the crowd sending him off, celebrating his life for the last time. That was the final nail in the coffin of something that was already a lot for me to deal with, which is just the utter frustration of being stagnant at this point, of wanting to be able to be out of my physical space, but it's just not safe enough for that, wanting to be out of my physical city, my state, my country, but it's just not time for that. There's a lot to process. And when you are determined to be somewhere that isn't where you currently are, and you're looking at some of the things that are going on across the ocean in their news and media and whatnot, it becomes a lot to just try to calm through, this K-pop thing. I love it. And hopefully by this point, with me being 4 seasons in, you're aware that I got some big feelings about it. I really do enjoy it. It's great. What I don't enjoy is the insidious vibes of being a fan at this point in history. It's a really, really interesting thing. I feel that there's a deep divide between those who just want to consume the content and enjoy it for what it's worth, and those where every single thing is something to turn into chaos and drama. You're either not voting enough in an event for something to occur for your group to be leveled up, or there's always shouting into the void about who was the first to do it, who did it the biggest. Some information is not being communicated correctly. Some people are using their platform to be more so a celebrity than a journalist. And me being a retired journalist at this point, I don't even know if what I do anymore would be constituted as journalism. But it's just a lot of messy shit, and I'm tired of it. I'm very much tired of it. You're sucking the marrow, the very livelihood out of something that was once enjoyable. A lot of you, some of you who even listen to this, and you have the prerogative to do that. However, there's got to be a space and time when the realization that everything that you enjoy is problematic in some form or fashion, or the group that you love and are excited about you as a consumer and not as the end all be all of their livelihood or their existence, because they really do not know who the hell you are. And you have to make a decision. You have to decide if it's something that you still care about or if it's something that you're going to let go of. And I really want a lot of people to come to those conclusions this year, and take a step away from some stuff. It will be really, really helpful. I'm watching people on social media gang up on people about their fandoms and about their intentions, about their groups and things of that sort. It's got a serious cult mentality to it. And I constantly remind people that anything involving humans, anything you can get invested in emotionally, has the capacity to be carried away. It just simply does. There's no denying it. And a lot of y'all need to go find some other shit to be excited about. Dead ass. I'm so serious. And I mean it from the bottom of my K-pop loving heart. Enjoying the things that you enjoy. Sometimes you have to suspend a level of belief and reality to just enjoy it as is. A lot of people are having a hard time with the fact that something that they used as an emotional release from the stresses of their day-to-day life is tarnished AF. The irony in that is they believed that it was going to be something pure. Entertainment is not pure. It simply is not. There is a desire for gaining more finances, for gaining more popularity, for securing reach, influence, affluence. That comes with the territory of every single nation that promotes and creates any form of entertainment. If you were in denial of that, I hope that my words now are telling you that you probably need to wise up to it. If everything that you enjoy brings you nothing but grief and pain, you have a greater opportunity of letting it go and enjoying life. Or you can find a way to work within it and say, okay, this is what I'm willing to tolerate and this is what I'm not. Nobody's checking anybody for who you favor, who you excited about. Yeah, there are fandoms and whatnot, and some are talked about more than others, but all of this shit is a mess. Don't get it twisted. All of it is a mess. There is someone somewhere doing too much. There is always someone doing the most. The labels in and of themselves, which we love to shout to the high heavens about how we think we could run them better. No, the hell we can't. Not near one of us who's listening to this runs a label. And maybe if you do, maybe if you run one of the major labels, then hearing these things might give you a different impression. Who knows? I'm not here to pick that apart. These publications, I'm so frustrated with the behaviors of some of these major publications. For 5 years, I've been responsible for a publication called MacG Productions. And I'm sorry, MacG Magazine. The company is MacG Productions. Look at me. I can't even explain my own shit correctly. I've written for other publications, some that have long defunct and some that are holding on by a thread. The damage that bigger publications do, messy ass all K-pop, stanky ass Korea boo, who have these solidly developed reputations because there's money financed into them from South Korea. They're not scratching and clawing for sponsorship, for advertisement and things of that sort domestically. They do a lot of damage. And I don't understand why so many of you still read that shit. I really don't. Don't you see how it makes you miserable? Stop. If we stop acknowledging it, it cannot exist. There used to be 3 majors. Used to be all K-pop, Korea Boo, and K-pop Stars. K-pop Stars doesn't even have the same leg to stand on anymore comparatively. It's not gone, but it's not what it once was because people diverted their attention to other areas to pay attention to those publications. You all, and I'm talking about anyone who listens to it, feed on messiness, and it shows, and it's upsetting, and it's making me tired. With me wanting to be a historian, me trying to make a substantial amount of space from my YouTube presence so that people can just hear the information about the music and make their own conclusions. Y'all making it hard. I love what I do and I'm not going to stop. I am sure as hell frustrated that we've had so many things happen this particular season. I mean, more than any season we've ever been around, we've had major disruptions. And there are other things that I want to get going but I needed time to heal. And I'm going to take however much time that takes me. I've lost some things. I've lost some people. So I need time to heal and to regroup emotionally. And if that means that things are thrown off a little bit and my seasons run a little bit longer, then shit, so be it. I'm a human. I have to do what I have to do. But I also, being the human that I am and being in the space that I am within this North American fan base, if you will. Although, shout out to people in India. Y'all are really eating up this podcast. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all have to find another space of happiness. And in the space that I am in the role that I'm in as one of the old head influencers, it's my responsibility in my eyes to say, check yourself. Please, this shit is not that serious. It's just not. It's not. It isn't. Hey, you, the person I'm talking to, who I love and care about, find something else. Find something else to be invested in that's positive. If you're annoyed and agitated with the negatives in the industry, seek out the positives. If you're tired of the fandom wars and whatnot, don't get involved in it. Block and or mute it. If you're so disturbed and so upset with some of the things that are occurring, also look at the state or the country that you live in and see what effed up stuff is going on there as well. And really think about if you can call the kettle black when you're the pot. Nobody is exempt. I'm not special because I have some kind of emotional fortitude to block myself from all of this. No, some of this shit makes me very upset as well. To the point of me using over 10 minutes of my podcast to just speak and tell y'all stuff. But I really do want you to find what's right for you and be honest with yourself. You can outgrow stuff. Maybe you have outgrown this. Or you can outgrow stuff. Maybe you have outgrown the pettiness, the banter, the blocking people and then asking what they're saying because you're stalking their page, or the whole thing of gaslighting, or being pissed off with hashtags that allow minorities to be able to acknowledge and find each other within these fandoms that are predominantly not about us, but predominantly eat off of what we create. Take a moment, reassess yourself. 2020 has been hell in a handbasket. You may as well take the time to go ahead and sort yourself out. Look at the person in the mirror. Do your Michael Taman Jackson and take a moment and look at yourself in the mirror and be for real with yourself. Did you invest too much in this thinking it was going to save you from something? Or are you just a messy bitch and you love drama? If so, that's okay. If it's the other, that's okay too. But be real with yourself, okay? This is as real as I can be with you all. I care greatly about you all and the energy that you provide with supporting this very, very ambitious and sometimes ridiculously out of order podcast. But I'm doing it from a place of true enjoyment. I'm not going anywhere so long as I have the opportunity to still be around. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. We'll get back to season 4 as soon as I can hit a stride again. And this rant was brought to you by my late friend Tony. I miss you dearly. And I know if he had the opportunity to read y'all for filth, if he knew what was going on, he would. So I do this in honor of someone who was never ashamed to tell people he personally knew or passively knew that he cared about them nonetheless. He was a great person, and it hurts my heart that he's gone. Bye, y'all.